Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's been 3 long weeks here at SRA.
Welcome back to the best racing in North America, home of the SRA GT3 Team Series. 60 minutes of action-packed door-to-door racing, 6 divisions, 6 different championships on the line. Let's get ready for some action tonight.
An incident on turn. We have Boardman at a yellow. Looks like he's dropping down positions there. The chicane has a bunch of cars are coming through.
Byron's going to take a dive in the Lexus.
Johnson looking to go down the inside of Maxwell.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, race fans. We're yet again live tonight for Season 7, Round 7 for Division 3 here at Silverstone. This is Austin, your host, joined by the better Salt Bay, John Donahue.
I am always Salt Bay, for now and forever.
Yep. Well, what do you think about tonight? It's going to be a tough track, even though for a flat track, it's got a lot of tricky corners that can really catch you out. Braking zones are sometimes a mystery if you don't get it
Yeah,
right.
there's a lot of tricky corners, a lot of tricky braking zones. There's a few around the track that if the brake boards get messed up in the first few laps, we'll definitely see some incidents. But the main thing that I'm going to be watching out for is tire wear, because this track kills tires. Like, there is no tomorrow.
It was hot and heavy yesterday. It was
I don't
tough
know.
for a lot of drivers.
Yeah, I don't know what you ended with on your car, but I looked at my Pirellis after the race, and it was 1.2 on the wear on my left rear,
I always forget to look.
and a
I just
puncture on the
kind of.
right.
I know my teammate Josh ended up getting a puncture, but I just always forget. It's something
Yeah,
that I don't keep track of.
it's always special.
But we are talking about the track a little early, so let's just jump right into the track map. We're here at Silverstone in Northamptonshire, England. 5.89 kilometers or 3.6 miles. 18 turns that will catch you out, especially tops and stow. If you take those ever so slightly wide, you will get that track cut. Maggots through Beckett's, you can get 2 track cuts there, so be very careful. Vale and Club, which are 8 and 9 and 10, you can get a track limits there, but not too often. It's really turns 1 and 7 that are going to be our most common tonight that we're going to probably see. But look out for a lot of action happening in Wellington straight to Brooklands and Duffield. Same with heading into Stowe. That seems to be where a lot of people try to make moves. You know, tonight, last season we had a nice rainy and night race. This time it is wonderful and sunny.
Well, yeah, maybe a little too sunny. I actually wouldn't have said no to a little bit of clouds.
But like we've been saying, tricky track. Tonight, though, we also are going to be looking at some close battles. If we go to the standings, you can look and see that Max Simmons and Douglas Mitchell are both tied right now at 452. The be a spicy little battle here in the last 2 races. And then Henrique, after having a top 10 at Watkins Glen, has finished on the podium the rest of the races.
Yeah, no kidding.
Snuck up into 3rd place. Gonna be a tough fight for Jack if he wants to get that silver win. We'll have to see what happens tonight. But
He's about, what, 60 points down? 70 points
oh,
down?
that's quick math. It's closer to 80.
It's your favorite thing. Quick math.
It, like I said, it's closer to 80. I'm pretty sure it's
Yikes.
exactly 80. So that means Enrique will have to basically have a 0 point while Jack finishes in the top 10. But let's look at the team standings. So that's also going to be a tight battle here to the end. You got To the Moon with Doug and Jared at 6:35, and then you got Dustin Pickard. Wow, I saw D and I had Douglas above, and I went immediately Douglas, but Dustin Pickard and Fire Queso, the Planet Express deliveries with 540. Plan E with both the Allens, Jason and Russell, in at 528. And then Tier Sim Esports Ferrari Master Plan with John Carbo and Jordan White at 4. And then Start Your Systems Prancing Horse, Aaron Anderson and Matt Stasi at 520. So a fairly tested fight here at the top. I know just from the practice race, we were looking at Doug and Anastasi having a tough fight at the end there of the practice. So see maybe if they repeat that. But get ready. We're gonna get ready for qualifying here shortly. Drivers are gonna be going out. One thing I want to say before that, huge shout out to all of our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documize, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documize.com to learn more today. Support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. A big thank you to our affiliates, one being Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chances to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And lastly, to Go Setups. Premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link on our Discord to take your drive to the next level. And you can always find all of this information out on our Discord and our website. They'll all be listed there as well. I can hear the drivers out and about on track, so get out, start looking. I
Lee is going to be the first one out for Silvers.
need to hit drive and then find the driver that who's that in front of
It's Lee is in front.
well, as we head down, this is the current F1 start that will get us into Abbey. So if you aren't familiar with the GT layout, we have the old layout and starting line as our main area. So Cops is actually turn 1 compared to F1 circuit, which really the loop that we're in now down the wall, right? So a little different way to attack the track, considering that you're starting at a different spot and then you gotta jump into the pit lane at a different spot, so you're not attacking it like you would in F. Starting to see drivers starting to back up. Start seeing on the track map there that they're going start backing up on that Wellington straight and try to get the best run through of Brooklands and carry all that momentum into Tops. Carry that momentum into Meggetts, Beckett's, and Chapel Straight. So this track very flowing, all about maximizing your speed and scrubbing time off when you can for Meggetts, Beckett's without having to really brake as hard. So we'll see who can optimize that tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. It hurts though when you mess up on turn 1, because you mess up half your lap right there.
More than half. You mess up pretty much 7/8 of your lap right there, considering that.
Yeah,
if you go wide there, that is, especially in qualifying, that's it. You gotta now do the lap of shame as I had last night.
I had to do 2 of them.
Yeah, you sit there, turn 1, you're like, all right, I got this. You're feeling it. You head in there, and then you go wide. Now you're like, all right, I
don't got this.
A minute 50, whatever. It looks like we're probably gonna see 59s and 58s out of the D3 drivers. So you got a minute 58 to really think about it.
Yeah.
See how these drivers do though, because Doug Lee, again being our first driver, we've been watching it go through the track. That the first time I think you called it the beef Wellington straight every single time last.
I did, and I will. I was actually thinking of doing that when you were going through the track map and called it the Wellington. I was about to go, don't you mean the beef Wellington straight?
Yeah, that was a very common one that you called it every single time. But
A common Donahue dub.
yeah, we'll see where this puts Doug Lee.
Well, it puts him in P1 since he's the first one across the line.
2:01.65. The next car that crossed the line was invalidated. Almeida absolutely crushing that time on their first lap.
Williams as well.
That leaves Doug Lee to make up a lot of time here through track. There is a lot of time to be picked up, especially through club. Really gain a lot of time there by pushing that track limit. You basically enter that first kind of chicane of Vale, and then you take that right-hander of club that leads to Hamilton. You're just flat out through all of there. So as long as you can maximize that, you'll gain a lot of time going forward. I can carry you actually all the way into Village and Loop.
Yeah, and someone who is maximizing it is actually Almeida, who's already up 7/10.
Well, Lee's also making the most out of it. They're almost up a second as they are heading into Village right now. But there's not a lot of drivers on track right now. There's only about nine cars on track. That would be our silver class. John, you want to take us through your weekly spiel between the classification of silver and gold?
Yes, I will. Let me just go ahead and crack my knuckles really quick. So, for all of you guys that do not know or new viewers, we have two separate splits for every division. So we have a silver split and a gold split. The first 10 minutes of our qualifying sessions, we let our silvers come out and warm up the track and put down their qualifying laps. They have the silver badges on the left side of your screen. The second 10 minutes of qualifying, we have the gold drivers come out, and they are usually the ones who set the pole time. However, we've seen a couple times this season where that has not been the case. They have the white badges, but we usually seem to see a really great mix between the silver and the gold. It doesn't seem to be lopsided one way, and that's just really great for the racing that we're all so close together. It's also not going to hurt that there's only, I believe, 21 people here tonight.
Yeah, end of season fatigue is really hitting hard, especially summertime. So there's a combination of a couple different things for probably a lot of drivers here tonight. Life comes first, we always say.
Yeah. I almost didn't race last night because it was so hot at my house that when I turned on the rig and did a few practice laps, my room temperature was well over 90. I'm like, nope, this is ridiculous. But luckily it cooled down a bit.
There's some ways you can get some redneck engineering there. I learned about some of that in college. You basically just get a cooler, cut a hole in it, put a fan in there, put some ice, and then a towel on it, and you can really cool down the room like 20 degrees with that. Pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But Nico, that was the F1. I saw the start finish line, didn't see where he was on the track, and said he crossed the line. I'm like, wait, where's his time though?
It's just sense. Like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Nico Huawei looking really good right now.
And Nico is up 7/10 through entry, going on to the Wellington straight here. Really carrying that speed. I know
Almeida right now is fighting for that provisional pole. He is gonna get it looks like. by 0.040.
Oh, 400s. Exactly
Yep.
400s. Oof.
Right now, the battle for pole is between Almeida and White, with Johnson about half a second down, and then there's a nice little battle for third as
Nico
well. So,
was trying to throw their hat in there, but
ooh,
yeah, they kind of lost a lot of time through that Lawfield into Woodcott.
well, good news is Suave will have time for one more lap, and so far it already looks like he's up quite a bit. So, I'm gonna move off of Almeida and go down and see Doug Lee actually down in P7. He's not doing too hot at the moment, but he was up 3/10 about one corner ago, so we'll see how that goes. Person behind him on track, though, Williams, is actually up half a second right now.
Tough to see when you're in front of them. You're like, oh, they're catching me.
Yeah, it feels great, doesn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic, especially when you're like, I'm on a heater myself.
Yeah, and then you're like, am I this much slower than that person? Why? No, how?
Yeah, I understand. I know I'm on board with Nico. No, Nico is in the background. North Valley. Kind of feeling
You are
that same
all over the
pressure.
place today.
I am. My brain is moving 200 miles per hour, and my mouth is only moving 20 miles per hour. Well, Nico was behind, putting the pressure on North as they were up 7/10, but they've lost it all. Started gaining it back. North is probably starting to feel that pressure if they are eking ever closer to them, but looks like there's enough of a gap. Are starting to see all of our gold drivers come out as these are the last laps that the silvers can put down.
And White came out of nowhere there for a second to take pole, but Almeida instantly took it right back from him.
See if Nico can do it. North is coming along across the line and hemorrhaging time. Nico gaining some time. Oh, it
Not
looks
going to
like
be enough. We're going to put him in
it's
a P2.
nope.
No,
It's gonna
P3.
keep him,
Never mind.
keep him
P3.
P3. Oh,
That's
that's
a nice
unfortunate.
gap.
Jack, yeah, because actually our last driver track. If you wanna look up who's 320,
Sure.
our first
328.
silver Simmons, our tied point leader, Doug. Jack up 4/10 through the loop here, and really trying to move up here. If this continues, we'll move him into roughly P6 if he can keep the time up. Losing a little bit here. See if they can maximize the most through Brooklyn's and here. Up 8/10,
The answer is yes.
but it all matters about this exit. If you can't, you're really hammering down the power on that exit, trying to bring it
Looks like
out
a
wide.
pretty good exit, though.
8/10, so that's gonna move him up into P4. There it is.
P4. Wow.
Oh. Well, while these gold drivers are coming around for their first laps, I want to give another shout out to the coach, the GOAT, Coach Jeffrey's Academy. And he puts on the prediction series, and that has continued on this week. The community picks for this week were Funk for gold and then Henrique for silver. One thing I am not seeing is Henrique actually in the server.
He isn't here. Well, that's going to help Poyak a lot,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It will, because Henrique, unfortunately, technically already has their drop race accounted for with a did not start because they got moved up from D4 to D3. That's unfortunate. Funk here tonight? Funk either.
I don't see him either. So, the community picks not doing too hot.
They're not. Let's see if the coaches' picks are going to do a little better. Ryan Ryder for gold.
He's here.
He is. But unfortunately, the silver driver is not, because the coach in the community had the similar thought and went with Henrique. Which I don't blame them with how Henrique's form has been the past few races.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Makes me wonder if he's just focusing towards next week so he can get an overall win again. That way, it doesn't really matter if he's here or not.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It all depends on how the cards play out for Jack and other silver drivers. But I'm going to be definitely paying attention a lot to this fight here at the top. The scoreboard, Simmons and Doug. Considering that they're tied, it's very rare that we see a tie this late in the season.
Yeah.
It is
I don't
possible.
even think. I don't know of any other division right now that has a tie. Actually.
I know that there's other divisions that are extremely close, like 1 to 5 points. But
Yeah, but
have the
not a
exact
tie.
same. Yeah.
All right,
Well,
let's see. Simmons puts his first lap into P4, about 2/10 off of Almeida.
Anastasi immediately coming in first lap.
Oh,
P1.
attaboy.
Carbo takes P4. Doug puts it P2, only down 7 hundredths. So, by the way, that
Actually, gonna be on
Anastasi lap
board.
was a 59-0, 59 even. So
We're gonna see some 58s here, boys.
we're gonna have to see a 58 if they want to
Take pole.
take pole, because Anastasi's, well, yes, only entering sector 2 right now of Stowe is up 3/10. So, but again, very easy to lose a lot of time this sector 2, but also easy to gain.
Oh,
a
and
lot of time.
Ryder just took P1 from him
There it is.
by 1/10.
Seeing, I believe, Enshark, Zitko, and Krochek all invalidated their first lap here, so they are still at the bottom of the board at the moment. See if they improve. Then we also have Taylor down there, hopefully to improve. They only have 8. They have to overcome 8/10, but unfortunately, they are invalid. Who are you following?
I'm gonna move back to being on board with Simons because he's up 9/10 at the moment.
He gets
It
spicy.
drops a little bit, 8/10 now. And if he can do that, that will put him 4/10 ahead if he can hold it.
What? Anastasi, 7/10.
Bruh, this is ridiculous.
This is going to be a fun battle to watch through the qualifying here. We only got 4 minutes left.
9/10.
Where
Oh, he
is-
just lost a little bit coming out. He's coming across the line right now. That will put him on provisional pole. It does by almost half a second to Ryder in P2.
Just wait for it. And there's Anastasi.
Not for long though, because Anastasi comes by and takes it by less than a tenth.
Oh my gosh, this is fun qualifying. Ryder Bickert moves up into the top 5. Where Jared is going to come in. He is going through left field right now. Right behind Taylor, trying to get some toe from Taylor, considering that he was a little close, but maybe not too close. Moves him up in the 7th, so this is the first that we've seen where it is a very heavily dominated gold front of the grid tonight. The rare
It
occasion.
really is.
Silvers have been putting on a show saying, hey, you may be silver, but that's nothing to scoff at. Gold may have took that one on the chest a little bit and decided, I'm going to come out swinging.
They finally decided on the 3rd week after it being very, very evenly spread for the the second to last week. For the first 6 weeks, it was evenly spread. They were finally like, you know what? Let's just make it a top 7 so far that's all gold.
Yeah.
And right now, it's looking like it's going to be top 8 because Krochik right now has the pace to get past Almeida.
Does, but where are they on track right now? Krochek is through Farm and Abbey, but unfortunately, sitting pretty even time. So they're not really.
Yeah, as soon as I said that, his time. Now it's way up though.
Yeah, it's deceiving though through the loop because the loop's being such a slow corner. It gain a lot of time and then you start losing it on the Wellington straight. But they've seemed to hold on to 2/10 out of that section. So
I'm gonna going to be our boy with Doug's teammates second, actually, as we just saw Simons take P1 again
And pit.
and then call it a day. He's instantly like, yep, I'm done. My work here is done. I do not want to do anymore. Anyway, it is now a top 8 all gold, and second is currently up 6/10s coming through the final corner here. Top
Check.
9 all
Yeah.
gold.
Procheck put it P8.
Second going to move himself from P9 all the way to P4. Good job there. Next, we've got, I believe, Landshark might be able to move himself up into P11 if he can keep holding that pace.
Oh, Ryder actually
Arbo
coming
calling
across
it
in
a
the
day.
line actually and taking
Wow.
P1. Oh my!
3/10 up.
Oh my gosh!
happened?
Almost pulls a 58 flat. Basically does. It's 2,000s off from a 58
Oh
flat.
my gosh.
Oh, so we're gonna have to see a 57.
You know he's in the cockpit right now going, yes, yes, yes.
Oh, he's got that BDE going right now.
He's actually doing pretty good right now. He's slicing a little bit more time off, so he will be in the 57s if he can hold this. It may not be a lot of improvement, but if he can do it, it'll be 57s.
Like I said, I will not clarify on what BDE is, but if you know what it is, you know that he is feeling himself right now and carrying that energy with.
Stop it.
Well, moving down the
You
order.
thought my fun facts about ancient Greece the first week were bad.
Hey, BDE can stand for a lot of different things.
I'm actually going to go on board with Landshark now.
I'm gonna
Where
hop
are
on
we?
board with.
Oh, we're coming up to the
Doug.
last corner right now. He's up about half a second.
Looks like Anastasia did cross the line after the timer had finished, so they are done. Doug puts it in provisional P4. Peso won the
Landshark
pits.
moving himself from 16th up to 9th. A good 5-spot game for him. It's like you like to see. Zitko right now, I'm not sure where he is. He just lost all his time, unfortunately.
Taylor puts it
And,
P10. Jared keeps it P6.
And I don't know if you noticed, but we currently have a top 11 all gold.
Oh, like
It's
I said,
about if Zitko can get past Almeida here, it will literally be all gold, then all the silvers.
oh, they're not gonna do it. They're so close. They did it. Oh my god!
It is for the first time all season, and perhaps the last 2 seasons that I have seen. It is in all gold, all silver qualifying to where they're split evenly.
That's wild. I have not seen that.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
well,
Get
these drivers
some
are
action.
ready. They have 2 minutes to calm down from that qualifying and really settle down, get their strategy set up. We'll see if anybody takes any tires tonight, but I doubt it. The people that did take tires in, I know the D4 race, did not do well. They could not make up the time that they lost in the pits. So the good old splash and dash prevails as usual.
Yeah, which, if there was any other strategy other than that, like maybe they'll implement a required pit time at some point. Maybe you could do that, but as you said, splash and dash is usually the way to go.
It's been a very strong strategy.
Yeah, it cost me a top 5 at Paul Ricard this season because I was like, you know what? Maybe I won't be the only one taking tires because the tire wear was so bad for the first time ever at that track. And then I was one of 5 people that took tires. I'm like, well, that was a mistake. Never doing that again.
And with also the new tire model, it is getting more pronounced if you have any issues with your tires. So I can see it being a strategy call that you would want to make. But it's just with how strong the splash and dash, seeing it pulled too often. Him going down the grid though to show off these liveries for another time before we have to say goodbye to him. I just want to, season 8 idea. Bring back your favorite liveries. How about that? Just recreate your favorite livery.
I may not change mine then. This is so far my favorite one that I've ever made that I have this season, a gold Porsche.
Mine forever in all Arizona game.
Yes. Put that on a 911.
I might throw it back. Do that. But we are starting the parade lap or formation lap, whatever you feel like calling it. You see, like, Doug is out in boonies there, it looks like. Maybe go up a little higher and closer to the track to see.
A nice little panning cam.
There you go. That might be a good spot to really see if anybody is gonna be daring and try to force a 3 wide through there.
I tried to yesterday.
I saw some people try to, and it doesn't end up going well. 2 wide at most. 3 wide is a death sentence.
I tried it on Yuzurski to try to get him to slow down a little bit, and then he didn't, so I had to. I'm like, well, did not work the way I wanted it to.
I totally get that. The tough thing to pull off, especially with a fast corner like that. You can start seeing some of these drivers trying to weave, get temperatures and pressures up. I know I was fighting the car a little bit to start trying to get temps up. I was like, couldn't get my fronts up to the temperature. I was braking, weaving, doing everything I couldn't get them up. But hopefully these D3 drivers will have a little bit more success than I did.
Hopefully.
Take a look here. This is our leading silver driver. Wait up back. Kind of going down the list, showing off liveries from a little bit of afar through the helicam, getting to show the parade lap.
Gotta say one more time that it's just unbelievable that we have a completely even split between them.
I know.
I don't think I've ever seen that ever.
Yeah, you see it like a couple of the silver drivers, up in the top 10, really putting pressure on.
What happened to LeDoug? Sorry, let me go fix LeDoug really quick.
Oh, you got some time to do it. Oh, you better hurry up. Sprint on over there.
I lost the track for a second. I pulled a Martin.
I'd go back a little bit farther so you can get a little bit more of that exit. Like, I'm talking about on track move. Yeah, there you go. And then look down there. There you go. That's a good speed.
Sorry, Doug. Don't hurt me. I did not mean to do that with LeDoug.
Sure, Doug will enjoy watching it back. Doug, Mike, I think that's Gino. Because it is Gino Vest. Doug, P1 by end of lap 1. We'll see if that's going to be true. Doug is in the second row. So really going to have to get those aggressive elbows out throughout the first lap. Very possible, especially as these drivers side by side. But it's very possible that somebody makes an error, doesn't see their braking marker, because not really too many true braking markers. It's curbing and maybe a couple trackside signs. For the most part, it is on the ground and can be easily covered up by another car.
And also pray. That is my braking marker for a lot of these, is just pray.
Something I found funny is when you started the formation lap, if you were on the outside, you are now on the inside. It's got flip-flops. Found that kind of odd. Yeah. So if you were
that means that somebody left, I think, or didn't hit drive, because I didn't have that happen to me yesterday, and I started on the inside and then finished on the inside.
Maybe. But anyways, we are getting ready. White line there should be the go. Now it's go. Looks like Brian had a bogged down start as such by the Ferraris, as Simmons able to get alongside and almost pull ahead, starting to pull ahead. It is Max in the lead now. Anastasi right there down in P4 now, so it looks like Doug also got a fantastic jump. As I see a yellow flag, oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Let me see.
Going
What
into
happened where?
Going into Maggots,
All right,
we
let me
had
take a look.
a bumper-to-bumper accident, and then sent 2 cars going wide, and then they got on the grass, unable to stop. So it ended up being a 5-car collection. Unfortunate.
You know what happened? That was the entire silver grid that just got taken out. Not even kidding. Every single one of the silver drivers just got involved in that. None of the golds, just the silvers.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, Suave is down into 18th now, with White and Polyak even further back.
Yeah, Almeida, Suave, White, Polyak all kind of getting caught up in there. But right now, Max really trying to hold on to this P1 at the moment. Brian, unfortunately, didn't get a good start. Doug under pressure behind by Anastasi. Oh,
Sorry.
there?
Nitko and Johnson, let me take a look at what happened here. So Johnson had a great run on the F1 turn 3, tried to go down the inside, left Zitko some room, and then Johnson just barely touched inside sausage curb, comes out a little bit, hits Zitko's back end. Doesn't look like anybody got too hurt, but that did push Johnson down to almost in the back. He is now P17 with only Suave, Polyak, and White behind, and White not having a good day. I think he's got some major damage as he is 16 seconds behind Polyak and 19 seconds behind Suave. Because Polyak himself is 5 seconds behind Suave.
Oh, no. That's you hate to see it, but hopefully can get around and lining up for that pit stop right there. It's going to be opening up here shortly, but fortunately it looks like it's going to be opening after they pass.
The pit is now open.
Yep, that's unfortunate for that would be White. They entered the pits actually. They did time it right, it looks like, so we'll see. But
ooh, and Simon's up front getting a little squirrely there.
yeah, I'm on board with this fight. It's been tightly contested between all of them. It looks like Doug is trying to get in as well on Anastasi, but Jared might be playing a little bit of rear gunner for Doug tonight, down in P5. Pulling the best Fernando Alonso for who was Esteban Ocon in Hungary.
So
Defending like a
I don't
lion.
know. I don't know if you saw the chat, but Corey Davis said that the flip in D4 yesterday could have been him.
That might be because I was so confused starting on the outside, and I'm like, all of a sudden I was like, I'm on the inside. This is
To the right. Wait, what? Hang on.
Well, Doug is now actually putting a lot of pressure on Brian. Brian is losing a little bit touch from Max, so unfortunately, it's probably going to be a swing there. Actually, jump down. Krochik actually making a move there on Valley, or is that Taylor? That is on Taylor actually.
And Doug doing something we haven't seen him do pretty much all season. Early pit stop for him, already in the pits.
Okay, so I listened into some better drivers than me talk about pit strategies. Wrong here to pit early. It really is, because clean air you can really push, and as you saw in qualifying, get down almost in the 57. So it is going to be a lot longer for you to pit early, pit later. But that is essentially the call: is pit in the first 10 minutes or pit in the last 10 minutes. You don't want to pit anywhere in between because the heat cycle that goes to the tires.
Yeah.
Again, drivers that are far better than me and far smarter than me with engineering degrees told me this. But,
Well, then it's a good thing I pit on lap 3.
yeah, I'm actually jumping on board with teammate on teammate battle here of Fickert and Aso. Good old what color would you call that? Electric green almost. Seafoam green. Seafoam green.
Green.
Yeah, there we go. Seafoam green. That's what I think it is. I'm gonna get a lot of hate in the comments for it. Be like, it's not seafoam green.
Oh, you always get hate in the comments. It happens.
But yeah, I'm used to it.
But do you want to know something interesting about Fire Queso as we get into this week's Paddock Pass?
Yeah, I'll actually jump on the lanes on the Planet Express card.
Sure.
Let's hear about this hot cheese.
All right. So I asked him what his favorite food was and then his favorite TV show or movie. Unsurprisingly, his favorite food is himself. Some good old spicy, fired up queso. He does like some nice spicy cheese. Second favorite food recently is pho. And then favorite movie is Alien, the OG, the 1979 Alien.
Okay, respectable. I might get some heat for this one, but I did try pho. I've not tried it. I did try to power through it. For me,
How dare you?
I don't
I'm
know
kidding.
if it was the mint that was throwing me off because I love like ramen. I have a ramen shop.
That's
That
not pho.
I know it's not pho, but I'm used to like the ramen with like all the different flavors with the meat, the broth, all that. And then pho just kind of threw me off with how minty it was.
Huh.
I did
Well,
try
Mike,
pretty good pho, considering that my project manager at the time, his wife was Vietnamese, and he's like, "This is actually really good pho for around this area."
Well, pho, yeah, man, that's good. Come on, you should have known it was gonna happen. It's me. It's right there.
I know. Oh, I got someone agreeing with me in comments that is seafoam green, but I'm still somehow wrong. I will take that.
You're right. Austin is always wrong.
Yeah, it somehow find a way will be wrong. There, Mike Gino also coming in saying, "There it is. It's not a D3 stream, but a bad take."
Oh yeah, and we haven't even got to the place where he could have a bad take yet. This just already started perfectly.
I just had some wild T-spuds, taste buds actually.
I want to point something out because Las Tosa isn't here, and neither one of the Allens. We have a two-manufacturer race today: Mercedes and Ferrari. That's it.
90% Ferrari.
Yeah, there's only 3 Mercedes, I believe. 4 Mercedes.
4.
And then the 4 out of 20. So, wow, that's ridiculous.
And only, I don't think any of them are teammates. Let's see, Taylor's Ghost Rider Racing open. Valley is a team of his own. Johnson's, that would be ZDR boys, and then Simmons is on a different team. So all 3 Mercedes are just at the moment solo drivers that are part of
3/4 though of our grid is Ferrari.
Oh. It's wild. I know, looking down the order, there is a good fight right now between Taylor and Krocek. Who else is... Williams, Zitko, Almeida, and North are all in a good fight for P8 through 11. And obviously we have our leaders, who actually is going to be spicy today. Because you know how normally drivers are starting to pull away. It looks like Krocek actually side by side here on the hanger straight. I'm getting distracted, cutting myself off here, going into Stowe. What is going to happen? This is a tough corner to really pass on the outside, but you can get the good old switcheroo going. Krocek unfortunately not able to make it stick, but we'll try to go on a late dive here through Bale, side by side as they go into club. Taylor has a slight edge, and Taylor stays ahead. So Krocek will try to inevitably make something stick there. Goes really wide and starting the Hamilton straight. Is he gonna make a move here into, I believe this is Farm. And next one is Abbey. I could have that backwards. There's Abbey, then Farm. Then now we are getting into Village. Nothing happening so far, but Krocek really chomping at the bit here, trying to make something move stick and make the move done, but unable to. Will continue to slot in behind. They following here onto your favorite, the Beef Wellington straight, as you like to call
Yes.
it.
You know, I think I came up with that because I was really hungry. I'm not as hungry this season.
Oh, Taylor has a big slide that was induced there by braking. Is there contact? I don't know. There might have been. Krocek looks like they had a bit of a slide there across the front of Taylor, but the move has been done, and Krocek is starting to pull away ever so slightly. Not much, but slightly here. They're going to go through cops and see if Taylor make anything happen, or just losing out a little bit. Let's see if they can maximize Maggots into Beckett's into Chapel as they cut the entrance to Maggots. Very heavy. Wonder if that's going to be a track limits warning. They took
for
some
sure.
grass.
I'm actually going to move on board with Almeida. And by the way, the rejoin you saw from Taylor, there was definitely some contact there. I was watching the replay, and Krocek's car got a little bit, you know, back end seemed mysteriously pushed.
Okay. I had a moment yesterday where if you were just looking from a certain angle, it may look like I got spun, but my back end just stepped out. So it's very possible, but again, I was in the Porsche, which the Porsche just does that sometimes.
Yeah, I had a lovely Porsche moment at Maggots and Beckett's last night on lap 2.
Unfortunate.
I was running a top 10 and then it snapped on me. I'm like, well, top 15 it is.
Had some good points though.
Yeah.
I struggled busting my way through the last. For sure. But getting back to the race at hand, Simmons, Ryder, and Anasazi all closely following each other. And if you remember what has happened in the past few races, look, typically it's P1 or P1 and 2 that just run away and say bye.
This time it's P1 through 3.
Again, remember, Doug pitted early. Doug is trying to make
True.
this undercut work. Where is it? I forget which one it is.
Give a second, because we got Almeida and Williams going side by side right now, coming down the hangar straight into that long sweeping right-hander. Almeida going around the outside. Williams has the inside. Almeida going to lose it just a little bit. Able to catch it, but now he's got the inside line as we come to that really sharp left 90. He is going to get in front, makes the move stick for now, and the move is done. Almeida gets in front of Williams for P10.
Well,
Now he gets to hunt down Zitko.
while that pass was literally happening, at the same exact time, Ryder made the move on Max into
Wow.
Vale, side by side. Ryder coming out on top. Max almost losing out another position there from Matt Anastasi as they went side by side with Club. Max able to stay ahead, is now ahead of Anastasi still. But looking in chat, unfortunate situation. We see Jason saying, "You oversleep, nap, and miss the race."
Well, that's what happens when you're an old man. Love you, Jason Allen. Please don't ban me from the league.
Bit of a hot mid-afternoon nap for him.
I take those all the time. Granted, I still wake up for race day, but
You always gotta stay awake for race day.
oh yeah, if you
Race
don't,
day.
you're doing something wrong.
Well, I jumped in. I think you're on board with Lee, I believe,
Lee. Yes,
I'm
I am.
on
As he's hunting down
Johnson.
Williams.
behind. This is a good fight between these 5 cars: Almeida, Williams, Lee, Johnson, and Lovett.
When Lee almost goes wide there, able to save it. One of these clouds said, "Wow, Almeida not having a good entrance onto the hangar straight, goes off track." Sorry, I noticed that when I was talking. But Jason asked me which one of these clowns that said that pho is bad. Well,
I'm not a
take guess,
fan of
Jason.
pho. I'm sorry. I didn't. I tried it. I legitimately tried it. Went through and ate the whole thing, and then just said, I probably won't eat it again. Uh-oh, I see Taylor having a
It's
yellow
so
flag.
bad.
Oh, through Maggots and Beckett. Maggots first. The rear end just steps out on Taylor, and that car goes spinning right round.
Maybe.
Baby, you spin me right round.
Yeah, you had a take so bad tonight that Jason got involved. He never gets involved.
Jason's usually racing, and then I hear about it 2 days later.
Good point. Good point.
But you know, you're following the fight. Almeida, Williams, Lee, Johnson's, Suave's in the back there. I'm gonna jump on board with Anastasia again here, seeing if there's gonna be any chance that they catch up to Max. In fact, Brian has now pulled out and taken Max to Gapplebee's at the moment, 1.6 after passing.
Damn. Yeah, North Valley also into the pits as well, trying to maybe do an undercut, but we're getting to that point where it's going to be difficult. You got to either wait it or face the consequences.
Yes. Doug, I believe Doug was the first one to really pit, sitting down in P13. Not bad, but depending on where North comes out.
Also, Doug has about 15 seconds of clear air between him and Suave.
Well,
so that's a lot of good space.
Everything updated, and North is down into P17, so Doug did get past cleanly.
Oh! Sorry, Suave going really deep at the end of the hanger straight.
Oh, so that is a tough corner to go deep on because you need that good run to get it. Solid run into Vale there.
I don't know if you've noticed yet, Austin, but you've been betrayed.
Nah, that's pretty normal behavior from one Joshua Potman.
It's like, nah, burn him alive.
That is a normal quote from Josh, but he is also saying it to probably the coolest admin out there.
The prettiest in D3, that's for sure. There
I
you
wouldn't
go,
go
Jason.
that far.
I got your the thing you wanted me to say for Paddock Pass in twice in one season.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far because you got to compete with Doug and Dahy.
True.
I will say, Jason's got the cool uncle vibe. He's got that nailed down.
He is the cool uncle.
I'm not even in GRR.
What?
Jason Ass will be launching an investigation in GRR.
Oh no!
I'm not even in Ghost Rider.
Neither am I. What?
Well,
but thank you. I'm glad I am safe. I'm in Lunar Lone Star comic.
Oh my gosh. But
oh my goodness.
well, we do have a little, not a full lull, but we got a little bit of time. Let's hear what you got for fun fact, or what else you got for us.
Sure, I'll do this week's last Paddock Pass because nobody responds to my messages. But it's going to be Nico Suave, actually. So he is currently down in P18. He just got out of the pits, and he is right behind, I want to say Taylor. Yes, Taylor. So he's got a little bit of work to do to get back up, but it should go good. And I asked him what his favorite console is, Xbox or PlayStation, and if he had unlimited money, what car would you buy and how would you spec it out? He goes, PlayStation for sure, no strong opinions like some people, but the boys all game on PlayStation, so that's what he has. And then he has two classic cars that he would pick between, a late 80s 930 Porsche Turbo, and because it's been a car that he's loved the look of since he was a kid. It would have to be Guards Red because it would be a killer combo with the Fuchs wheels and whale tail. And nothing to him beats that classic Porsche Flat 6. And then this second one is a nostalgic car because his grandfather used to own a 300 SL Gullwing. It was red with tan leather seats, and he says that he would want it because he has a picture of his grandfather with the car in his office. So it would be a very special car for him to own.
That is really cool to hear. Glad that they have that for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Especially
Also,
having a special connection to a car like that helps strengthen that bond for the car.
it really does.
While you were,
But you know what you did? You unstrengthened the bond because you got the rest of the class in trouble.
I know. But while I got the rest of the class in trouble and you were going over Nico's paddock pass there, Doug Lee and Williams had a little bit of a touch into Village, as they have a huge touch there. Doug Lee is way off going into Stowe. That allows Johnson to fight. I believe that is Williams. And they are going to go side by side here through Vale into Club. Johnson has the better run. Johnson is now ahead. So that is the second time we have seen contact between Lee and Williams. And this time it was a little bit heftier. Williams had come out on the better of this one, whereas Lee went off to the side. Johnson, being the opportunistic driver they are, taking that 2-position swing for themselves.
So I'm going to be on board with... Actually, never mind, because that battle just literally fizzled in front of my eyes. So I'll go to his teammate, Fire Queso, onto John Carbo, the other seafoam green Ferrari. So literally nothing has changed. It's a Ferrari chasing down a Ferrari, and the one I'm on board with is a seafoam green bonnet. Yep, that sounds about right.
Let's be honest, you could say it's going to be a Ferrari on a Ferrari, and you'll be right 9 times out of 10.
Probably be right. Well, I'm sure we could get into statistics of that because 9 out of 10 seems wrong. But if maybe at least on a normal night, on a night like tonight, you're probably actually right. It is going to be 9 out of 10.
Let's do some math. We have 20 drivers, and 4 of them are Mercedes. That's only 0.2, so that's 20% of the grid. So you got 8 out of 10 chance. Which is, I was 1 off, okay?
Hey, 1 means a lot, though.
But 1 is the loneliest number.
Yeah. But 3 is the magic number.
Hey. We're showing off our brain power tonight. I normally don't.
What brain power? We show 1 brain cell between the 2 of us.
We're like the 1 brain cell shared between orange cats.
Pretty much. Jason Allen, I'm sure, is going to have some comments on that.
Probably. I'm just waiting for it to come
or
across
Mike.
in chat.
Jason or Mike. Or Josh, actually. Josh Poppin will probably be the one to say something.
Oh, Dustin Ficker going way wide. I'm on the other seafoam green. Ferrari chasing down a Ferrari, getting chased down by a Ferrari.
Wow. Who would have thought it?
Oh, the Ferrari Cup comes to full fruition.
And not only that, but currently, because only 1/4 of the cars on the grid tonight are Mercedes, in the top 10, there are 2.
Hey, look at that. Apparently I prefer driving on the left side of the road. I do not. Oh, I ain't no British driver.
I ain't no communist.
Hey, easy now.
Well,
I don't say color with a U or anything like that. It's color.
Or bonnet instead of hood.
I only say bonnet because it's this bonnet cam and race control.
I know. Whenever I'm not here, it's hood, not bonnet.
Yep. Don't say petrol. I say gas.
Yeah, because it is gas. You got to get the gas to go gas.
It's not It's potato chips, not fries or crisps.
Crisps. I hate saying the word crisps because there's two S's almost back to back, so it just sounds really wrong with a P in the middle. You go.
Picker getting a little loose. He's off. That allows Crowcheck to go by. One take that I know won't be hot because I know Josh will love it. What are the best type of potato chips? Any made by Lay's.
Barbecue. Okay. Well, sort of. Some of their chips are not the greatest.
Some of them aren't, but overall, Lay's be pretty good. I only said it because Josh is a fan of them.
All right, we're about at that halfway point. I'll give it like 2 more minutes. Actually, never mind.
I'm honestly, the time has gotten away from me. I didn't even realize that we have 34 minutes left. I
know, it's crazy, right?
There's been a lot of hot takes tonight and a lot of hot overtakes. Like I said, slipped away from me.
I think it's also, well, because I only had 2 paddock passes, and I'm going to have 3 fun facts here. There's not a lot going on my end either. So I'm not filling the airtime with a buttload of stuff towards time goes by slower because I'm talking so much.
Hey, you just get to hear me have hot take after hot take.
Hey, that's good for me. It means that Jason gets off my back and gets on yours instead.
Oh, I've had this monkey on my back the entire season. It hasn't left. I don't know what you're talking about. But Doug trying to chase down Doug Lee, who would be the first driver that he passes that has not pit yet. So
Doug on Doug action.
Yeah, Doug on Doug action. Doug Mitchell wanting to get past Doug Lee. Mitchell will probably be saying, all right, we're on different strategies. A little faster. I'll take you to the promised land of the car in front of me. Just follow the toe.
DL trying to keep DM behind, but DM gonna get past DL here.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful move into Stowe. Doug late on brakes, gets side by side, holds that inside line, and gets past Doug Lee. Oh my gosh, that looked like a 10.5.
So Doug did get past Doug in the fight between the Dougs to get up to Sean because he's past Doug now, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yes. What you said.
Well, Doug now has
in that case,
5 seconds to get to Williams. What were you saying?
But he doesn't have to worry about it too much because, as you said, he's caught up to the people that haven't pit yet. He's just got to make sure he can keep strong, consistent times. Because if he stays within 30 seconds or so,
you're doing okay.
Oh my! Apparently not.
Oh
now
boy.
I'm back. I think.
I've heard you go Mr. Roboto on us, and now your pip is going wild.
Help!
The
cars are going perpendicular again.
You're you doing okay? Internet wise, you're all paid
I don't
up.
know
They're not coming for your kneecaps yet.
Not yet. That's my mom's job. But I don't know what that was. We had a thunderstorm earlier, but it was fine up until this point. So.
Oh boy.
You're
You're
just
stress testing your internet now.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I knew
it really is this season. Last season this didn't happen, but this season, yes.
Yeah, we're getting it all tonight. Hot takes, Donahue having internet issues, us trying to show off our one brain cell.
You know, it would have been better if Nate were here, because then we'd have 1.5 shared between 3 people.
Oh yes. He came out of retirement last night for one race.
I know. I'm so disappointed he didn't come out of retirement for us.
He's racing tonight though.
Yeah, I know.
But I felt honored that he got to call out my race and say how much I screwed up. So I did have a couple spins. He called out, and I was like, all right.
I gotta convince him to be a guest star for D5 next week with Mike and Bailey if they're missing someone.
Mike-
Because I would love for Mike, Bailey, and I think Cody.
It's Cody
But if one of them
Platt.
has to miss, yeah, if one of them has to miss, I would love Nate to be the one that goes, ah, there goes Donahue off the side of the track into a wall. Anyway,
Which is pretty wide. I think you won't find the
I
wall.
have not done a single lap of that track yet.
I haven't either. But
Anyway,
hot moment. Leaders are in the pits. Doug is coming through. Not left field. What? Left
All right.
field. Words are hard. There stops. Doug just crossed the finish line. Anastasi's out.
Anastasi's out.
Where's Doug gonna be?
There's Doug right behind.
Oh, Anastasi covers Doug so far.
Doug is literally right behind him though, so he's gonna have to hold off Doug the rest of this race, this last 29 minutes of this race now.
Yeah, but Anastasi does have the purple lap.
True.
What is the purple lap? A 1:59.3, and Doug's best is only a 59.7.
Well, if Anastasi can keep up that pace, then Doug will have to work really hard. But if for some reason he's off pace and Doug can keep on it, we'll see what happens.
You're getting it from Bailey too. Bailey, aren't you supposed to be driving?
Doing what I did at the start of last season, these texting and driving. How dare you, Bailey? This straight is not long enough to do that. It's not like Barcelona.
Oh. Oh.
All right. Well, it's time for this season or tonight's biggest winners and losers. Then at the halfway point. So again, a lot of people have not pit, but there's only 20 people. Biggest winner so far, Johnson up into P7. He started on the grid 18th, so up 11 spots. Biggest loser at the moment is Dustin Fickert. Started P6 down into 14th right now. But again, got a lot of race left to go.
A lot of race to go, and it is, like you said, halfway point. With this larger pit window they've had all season, it does throw that whole biggest winners and losers for a little bit of a silly season.
Yeah. You know, Bailey, you're saying that the Merc is not very good here, but if you currently look at who's in P2, it's a Mercedes.
Jason is heated. Oh.
You have completely ruined yourself. Oh, and Doug is getting really, really slidey through turn 1 there. Able to hold it, though.
Oh boy, Jason, Mike, and Josh all jumping in on it. And, sorry, fault not for me, but Carbo apparently driving in the pit lanes at the correct speed, not for him either.
P2 is first. Okay, Mike. So, does that include you?
Oh god,
You don't seem to race today.
maybe for them, but yeah, I like plenty of other foods. Again, pineapple on pizza, fan of French toast. What else did we have? Dog's a taco.
No, no. It's getting worse. He's bringing all of them back, and we're not even at the last season or the last race of the season.
You gotta bring them back. Everybody's in chat now. Jason's missed out on all of these. Mike Gino can't lose if he didn't race. I mean, I'd still call it losing.
No, because then you're really the loser because you didn't even show up.
Well, Landshark, though, is under pressure from Croce. Might end up losing out on position here.
But you know who's right behind him?
Taker?
Seafoam Green Car.
Oh, we have
You
the
know what
same
I should've
idea.
said?
Yeah,
What I should have said was another Ferrari.
You're not wrong. Oh, Landshark getting a little loose there. Okay, hang on. Jason, if I'm bringing anything to the potluck, it is tater tot hot dish, and I will fight you that it is a hot dish and not a casserole.
No, what you're gonna bring is pineapple on pizza and then a hot sandwich or hot dog taco.
I'm bringing the tater tot hot
here we
dish.
go! Here we go! Because Krochik is side by side now with Landshark as we come up into Maggots and Beckets, and there he goes past.
Landshark just ended up backing out a little too much there. Krochik allowed to get past, but Bickert now is on the rear diffuser of the car of Landshark.
We saw this nifty. Bailey, no, we're just high on life. I think.
I have working taste buds. You ever had tater tot hot dish?
And it sounds disgusting, whatever it is.
What about Special K bars, or also known as Scotcheroos?
Special K, like the Kellogg's cereal bars?
No, but okay. So you know what a Scotcheroo or a Special K bar is?
No. Special K bar to me sounds like the Kellogg's Special K with like the strawberry thing with the white icing over the top.
Okay. It's the Rice Krispies, but it's peanut butter mixed in, and then they have chocolate on top.
Huh.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yeah, try them. They're fantastic. I'll bring those to the potluck. Then Jason will be having his mind
Getting
changed.
worse. All right, I've got. Let's do some fun facts now, because it's about something we've been talking about all night. Food.
Oh, what hot take am I gonna have tonight now?
You can get the hot take at the very end. I'll give you that in the last 10 minutes. All right. So, did you know that the name of food changes based on where you are in the United Kingdom? So, for example, bread rolls might be called buns, cobs, baps, or barm cakes. Barm. And then sandwiches be asked for, or instead of being called a sandwich, you can hear buddies, banjos, sarnies, and sammies. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing here in the U.S. You can go somewhere and somebody's gonna say something like.
Yeah, because someone could say something stupid like pineapple belongs on pizza, and then you go to a different state and you hear pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, like a sane person.
Here's a wild one. What do you call the thing you get water out of? In like hallways at like school and everything.
A water fountain.
In eastern Wisconsin, they call it a bubbler.
I hate that. With every soul of my being. Why?
Easy, calm down there.
Wait, every soul of my being, every fiber of my being.
But yeah, they call it a bubbler. Don't know why. It's just a bubbler to them. It's also like saying that it's. Oh, hang on. I got a good move from Polyak there against Williams. They are going side by side out the exit of Stowe, and Polyak was able to make the move done and dusted. Really, not a whole lot of fighting between the back and forth elbows there. It was just kind of Jack had the more speed out of Stowe and was able to make it the overtake happen. Bailey, you are hearing all the hot takes and our minds go wild towards the end of the season. This is how it always happens.
Yeah, Bailey, this is week 7, all right? Wait, we don't know what we're doing anymore. You should know this. So I don't know if you noticed, but Doug Mitchell is now within a second of Anastasi.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be on board with this, as we saw Jason earlier saying that is he about to win the race, and who knows? This might be one of the battles, or the battle for the lead.
I think Ryder's gonna actually come out on top here, considering that it is now, like I said,
6 second cap.
6 seconds. Lost the lead in the first lap. Fought hard to get it back in the first. Was it 20 minutes? And now has pulled out 6 seconds. So, boy, they are fighting for it.
He's got about 34-second gap at the moment, so Anastasi and Doug need to close up quite a bit if they get past.
If you want another hot take, here's another one. I'll die on this hill. It is not Duck Duck Goose. It is Duck Duck Grey Duck.
Yes, it is.
I'm dying on this.
No, it's Duck Duck Goose.
Duck Duck Grey Duck. It is a Swedish game, if you translate it correctly, is duck, duck, grey duck. Every Minnesotan person will fight you to death on this.
Well, then I just will never go to Minnesota. One
Your
of the most
loss.
useless states in America.
Oh, calm down.
Don't worry, North Dakota is worse.
True. I went to school there.
I'm surprised that there are actually people that live in that town other than just the college students.
I mean, the oil industry boomed for them. So. But
Yeah, that's about it though.
talking about striking oil,
Get off
Nico
the
is trying to strike
mic.
oil on Taylor here. Oh my gosh, I'm just getting flamed in chat.
Almeida is into the pits, so Anastasi and Doug move up to 5 and 6.
Oh, they're trying to get Jason on the admin patrol to pull me.
You're about to lose your stream, people, because he's gonna be killed.
Not killed, just taken off, just taken off
Ooh.
commentator duties apparently.
So Doug just then coming through Maggots. Beckett's downshifted way too early, almost blew his engine. It sounded like he went well over red line just then.
Oh, Fickert has a yellow. Maggots, Beckett's. Oh boy, let's take a look back. As they were following Landshark going through, Maggots entering Beckett's now. Just couldn't get the car to rotate to the right there for the chapel. Ended up going in the grass and everything. So now has to overcome 4 seconds to catch up back to the rear diffuser of Landshark. But I know you're on board with Doug. Apparently it's a Doug on Doug fight again because
no,
Lee
it's not.
Oh, Lee is in 7th. Lisa.
Keep fighting with Peso.
Yeah, okay. Race control did
Come
an
on, man.
update. As
Get
you
your-
look, it's
Get your eyes off the IKEA furniture and back on the race.
no IKEA furniture and meatballs. I'm staying on the Swedish meatballs.
Their meatballs though are not good.
Oh,
Okay,
they're not. Okay, I'm not
they're
defending them at all.
good because if you were about to do that, even I would be like, nope, it's time to get you off the bike for the rest of the season. I can do it solo or bring in someone else because they are not good. They have way too much fat. It's like eating a clump of just lard.
Oh, next thing I'm gonna hear you say is poutine's not even a good meal.
I've actually never had poutine, so I wouldn't know.
It's
Sorry, Canadians.
I love a good poutine.
You know,
Get
we've
the
been
Canadian love on that
getting-
one since Minnesota's Canadian light.
We've been having so many people talking in the chat, and by so many I mean Jason, Bailey, and Mike. I
Okay.
didn't even notice that Bailey called me uncultured. What did I do?
It's fine. I'm loving the engagement from the crowd tonight.
It's amazing. I love it.
A refreshing change. But Doug is catching Stasi, like you said. It's still a second,
Yep.
so we'll see if they can make a move. They did. Doug pulled a 2-minute .4 last time, and the Anastasi was a 2-minute .5.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, and we got a nice little bit of time here, so I'm gonna give us the second fun fact. Once again, this is not gonna be your one that you can maybe do a hot take, but maybe not do a hot take on. There are over 150 Michelin-starred restaurants in England. I didn't know that. That's a lot.
You know, that's the same thing. The Michelin ours is literally the same as the tire company.
Yeah, I know that.
That one was wild.
But all that I hear right now, though, is that you can go to over 150 places to pay way too much money for food that is kind of mediocre.
Do you also know what the most common Michelin-starred restaurant in England is? That's not English food, French food.
They hate the French.
I know, that's the best part. Oh, they only had a feud for a few hundred years.
Yeah. You know, Doug did not have a very good lap, or Matt did, because he's pulled out a second gap now. He's pulled out 5/10 on him.
Well, to answer Jason's question, I know Mike did, but Zach Poliak was involved in a 5-car incident at the start of Maggots. Is trying to have a recovery race. Zach is down in 17th at the moment. Your top 4 still need a pit, along with P8 here of Doug Lee, who is chasing down the one and only hot cheese of Fire Queso. I would not order chicken fingers at these restaurants.
You would?
I would not. I'd try different things.
Or you'd go, hey, can I just get pineapple with pizza?
Again, it's only on one type of pizza that I do it. It's the barbecue one, so you get that sweet and tangy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. But again, I would not order chicken fingers at those restaurants.
Oh my gosh. This has been probably the most chaotic race we've had, just because there's so much going on off the track compared to on track. This has been a somewhat calm race for D3 after a lot of very interesting ones this season.
It really has, and if there's only been one other incident that I can think of that hasn't been just a solo incident, and it was it was between Johnson, Krocek, and I can't remember.
Yep. I don't. So, Mike, you're probably right. He would find it too minty.
Oh, dude, oh my gosh! I used to eat mint straight up too. We used to have mint growing
That's
in my
good.
backyard.
That's just called free breath freshener.
I don't. Okay, actually, I know people that put ketchup on mac and cheese, and I call them absolute monsters, and he's disgusting. But I do not put ketchup on Chinese food.
People put ketchup on Chinese? That's just raw. Ooh. Okay, I saw something today and it made me very uncomfortable. Are you ready for this?
Oh boy, what is it gonna be? We have gone off the rails here today. Oh.
Ketchup is technically a smoothie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's either that or a syrup. I don't like either one of those.
It's tough. I would say it's more. It's vinegar. Just basically ketchup and vinegar.
I know. It's just. No, that.
I mean,
you mean tomatoes and vinegar?
Ketchup, yeah. Ketchup and vinegar. It's tomatoes and vinegar. Yeah, I don't know, but what I do know is Doug is still on the tail of Anastasi.
I know. I've been watching this for like 10 minutes.
I know. Nico is on the tail of Taylor, and we'll see if Taylor can withhold the pressure. Taylor's also catching North Valley. Wild stat that I just saw. White may have taken tires because they just put in the fastest lap of a 58.9. What?
Wow, that's a fast lap. I think that actually
they did
might be a little faster than he did in qualifying. Oh, Doug is going around. He manages to catch it, but he just lost a lot of time to Matt. That's 2 seconds right there. Wow, that may be the win. Who knows?
White did take tires because they were stopped for 1 minute 17 seconds.
I think that was some damage because he was the one on lap 1 was 30 seconds almost below the field already before we even got to the final corner.
So unfortunate, but I mean, hey, take the point away from who's ever up in the front.
Well, because of Doug's incident, I'm actually going to get on to North Valley and give you the rear wing view of what you're currently watching between North, Taylor, and Nico.
Well, Nico really hasn't been able to put the pressure on. I'm actually going to jump on board of Taylor, who is actually putting on hefty pressure. Let's see if Taylor can make the move on here. Backs out, actually. So I'm sure Bailey's in the background there going, Taylor, come on, you can do this. Even in the chat together. But they're not.
They always are. They're basically married.
They're not in the same chat, though. I'll tell you that.
That's a first.
I know.
Bailey's gonna come in here and go, listen, no.
If I get a guest appearance from Bailey, that'll be one.
For the last 10 minutes of this race, it's just Bailey in here
Ooh.
not even knowing what's happening, just giving his own hot takes.
Taylor going wide on Stowe, that's going to be a warning probably. So, and then also going very tight through Bale here, allowing Suave to really get back into this fight and put the pressure on Taylor. Taylor's lost the back end of North. We'll see what happens here as they get closer to the village and the loop, where that slowest part of the track really. This is. You feel like you're going too slow through it when you are going through it, and then you hit the apex and you're like, oh, it was the right speed.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I was going through in first gear going, how am I going this slow? And then I got a really good exit. So, oh, never mind. There's just somehow right.
Yep. It just catches you because it's a false lull sense of security. Looks like Lee is pitting right now. I'm starting to see him go down the order. So that will be
Right. That's
not four still needs to pit.
You know what that means though? Is top 10 is all gold again.
Oh boy.
I think that's actually the first time this season we've had that, because most of the races we've had is silver, even in the top 5.
There's been a silver on podium pretty much
Multiple times. Yeah. Shout out Enrique.
Yeah. Silver's won
All
the
right.
race too.
Yeah, 2 actually.
Yeah.
So, you ready for the last fun fact, which is not really that fun or a fact because it's just known widely across the world? All of British cuisine is stolen from other places, and then they turn it into something worse than it was.
They don't even use spice. They had 90% of the world covered, and they stole the spices and don't even use them.
Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie yet?
No, I have not. But I still. Who is the one main Indian guy? I forget his name.
Spider-Man India?
Well, no, like the actual actor's name.
Oh, I don't know.
I still love the whole chai tea. Chai means tea. You're just saying tea.
It means tea, bro.
It's like it's like the Los Angeles Angels, which is the Angels. The Angels.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Or call it, yeah. But anyway, his character, before he says chai means tea, bro, goes, and this is where the British stole all our stuff. It's hilarious. But for example, I saw a British version. Like, I was looking for a good recipe for tikka masala about 2 years ago, and then before I found a very, very authentic one, and I saw one, and then it said a lot of weird stuff. It's like a 1/4 teaspoon of curry. I'm like, that's wrong. And then it goes,
I do love
an 1/8 of a teaspoon of, oh yeah, but you put curry in a tikka. Anyway, and then it goes, an 1/8 of a teaspoon of masala. I'm like, hang on a second. And I looked at as Taylor goes way wide at turn 1.
He's starting with danger now.
Going for a track cut. He goes for it though.
Oh my gosh, it's a send. Oh my god, Taylor, you need to chill. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Well,
that got me gassed up.
Austin Weisgarver is currently dying.
Oh my gosh, that move got me gassed up.
You know what didn't get me gassed up is when I was looking at that tikka masala.
Oh no, Taylor!
He has been punished for his hubris.
Oh no! Oh!
Ryder into the pits. I'm actually going to go on board here with him as he is pulling into the pits now. Simons takes the lead of the race, but let's keep an eye on where Matt and Doug are. Currently, he has just pulled in to stop, right? As he's just stopped, the car is in the pits. Let's see what happens. He's up for his stop right now. And he's away. Where are Anastasi and Doug? Do you know?
Anastasi is coming through the start-finish line right now. Doug right behind him.
Wasn't going to be close.
It is
Because
gonna be
Ryder
very
and
close.
P3 just coming out of the pits right now as we see Stasi is coming through turn 1
Oh,
and he
no,
is
that's a huge
behind.
track cut. That's a huge track cut.
So that means that unless Ryder makes a massive mistake, it should be Ryder from Anastasi from Doug.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Austin, I kind of agree with Mike. Take a break, clean yourself up, then come back.
That was a nice move, and then goes and does that. And Stella. Oh, I feel bad for Taylor on that one.
He was punished for his track cut, though. He
Yeah.
didn't even have to get a penalty. He got instantly just, nope, you're done. The track said, haha, no.
The racing gods giveth, and the racing gods taketh.
The racist gods? Hopefully
No,
not.
no, no,
You just said that.
no.
Hey, yo.
Chill.
Somebody
no.
come get Austin. He's done.
Oh, career over.
It's time to get Austin canceled. Granted, I think you just did that yourself.
I did. I can't say words ever, and that just. Oh. At least I didn't just drop an F-bomb on stream like.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who you're talking about. Nope, definitely not.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike. I don't think he's the only one. I think we're both going a bit crazy.
Oh, did he say something else that did not pop up for me?
No, I'm just still on that last comment.
Yeah,
As
well,
we've got about what 30 seconds left in the pit window. Has anybody not pit yet? Oh, and there they
57.
go. Simmons and Seckham.
Yep. North's actually trying to make a move down. Lee, if you want to jump on board with that one.
Which one?
Oh, Lee just got past Molyneux.
Oh, well, that's not fun for Taylor, as he's not having very much fun at all.
Oh, it's not. He second a little rough turn there. Mike, you're right. Yeah, I'm done. Put me up like the Thanksgiving turkey because I am done and stuffed. Oh, stuff.
Yeah, no, you're done. At least mine, you could kind of tell, or you kind of couldn't tell. That one, nope, you're done.
I know. Just cancel me now. Top 6 is all together. Ryder, Simmons. Oh, they really don't. Good. Well, I mean, Jared's 11 seconds back, so it's like.
Ow! Hang on. But I'm going to be on board with Anastasi because Simons actually came out of nowhere. He was just having his own little race there, currently in the fight for P2 because Anastasi is right behind him as we come through the F1 turn 1. I forget what it's called.
That one is there. No, it's Abby. I get Farm and Abby backwards.
Doug, after that massive spin he had there at the last corner, just been kind of slowly falling off of Anastasi. He's 2 seconds behind now.
We have a minute or 44 laps left. First look, now it's 40. So this will be the last lap.
In that case, we'll go ahead and go for biggest winners and losers so far, or up till now as well. Biggest loser, unfortunately, Carbo started the race P8. I believe he was involved in an incident. He's down 11 spots, down to P19. Ugh. Biggest winner, not a lot of spots gained for him though, is North Valley, up 6 spots, started 17th, currently up into P11, and I believe, nope, never mind. P11 should be where he finishes. I thought he was fighting for top 10, but I was mistaken.
You also have to think about your rubber chicken award.
Yes, we do. I'm actually thinking of actually I don't know.
Let's say second, just at night, bringing it into the top 5 right now.
Yeah. Is my internet starting to? Nope, that was just Anastasi's way around the corner that time.
Well, I'm gonna hop off this fight after they get into Green Nuggets and Beckett's and start following Well, no, you're on the leaders, but I might hop off closer to the line then.
You know what I might do instead is I'm gonna hop on to Suave because he's in a fight with Valley for the first place in silver right now.
Yeah, I was following that earlier, and just might send it here actually into Stowe. Seems to be where Nico is really liking the car. Doug unable to make anything. Same with Nico. It looked like that car went a little wide, just a little.
Yes. North went just a touch wide. North is going wide again, though. That's going to let Nico get like right next to him. We'll see if he shoots it down the inside here before on the last turn for F1. It seems as if he has. They're side by side. North Valley getting forced off the track there a little bit. They're going to be side by side again. I'm actually going to go to a different camera. Let's see. Valley having to hold the outside. It's going to be well, though, because now he gets the inside for this next part. Let's see who's braver on the brakes, if it's Suave or Valley. They're supposed to seem to brake around the same, but Valley able to get a little bit closer up in there. Still side by side. Suave has to go out wide, potentially going for a switchback. Seems as if it has worked, as Suave is now past Valley with only a couple corners remaining. But don't count him out yet, because Valley is fighting back, and he does have that V8 powered Mercedes coming down the Beef Wellington straight. And there we go, as Valley takes it right back. And this is the battle to the very end for these two. As we're coming around the final corner, Valley's going a little bit slower, but has a little more traction than Suave. Ooh, excuse me. And there we go. Valley's actually... Oh!
What happened there?
Valley just braked. Yeah, he just gave it to Suave there at the very end of the race.
Interesting. I just all of a sudden looked up, and that's what. Oh my goodness. Well,
I was gonna vote Valley before this anyway, but I'm voting Valley for our Rubber Chicken Award because he was able to get 6 spots today when a lot of people were not able to get a lot of spots. So,
well, we can bring him up. But Brian would be your gold winner, and then Nico, through we don't know. We'll find out in the interview process. Nico
through
taking
something.
silver, and North ended up taking the Rubber Chicken. But overall, it was a good race, and good clean race too, for the most part. Apart from the incident at the start, we had barely any incidents throughout this race. So good job on D3. And let you start trying to corral some interviews.
Yep, I am working on it.
Yeah, Jason, thank you for enjoying it. All of my hot takes tonight, you got to hear it firsthand.
Lots of hot takes.
Oh, and I do apologize if I got a little loud tonight. I know that a couple moments there towards the end. So apologize to anybody that was listening. Headphones.
Headphone warning.
Yeah, we need a.
Anytime they see our names, though, they should really know that it's a headphone warning.
I try my best to balance, but sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's tough to just all of a sudden quickly turn it down and turn it back up. Getting any got any biters so far? Looks like Brian is. Or be careful in that interview.
Listen, Jason. Listen, Jason. We don't need your sass.
Oh, Jason's already throwing heat our way in the Discord.
Is that a surprise?
No, I'm surprised that I'm still here and not server muted.
Banned
Brian
completely. All right, let's go ahead and pull up Brian then. There he is.
Welcome to the booth.
Our overall win for D3 today. A great showing by you.
Are you there?
Knock, knock. Anybody home? Brian. Well, apparently no Brian Ryder tonight, as we can't hear him yet.
we can Ryan.
Put
We're
him
gonna move
down
you
into the
to
cool down room. Tell us. Well, there he goes. We'll move up Nico Suave instead then. All
Hey,
right,
Nico.
welcome back. Welcome, Nico. We're having some issues with our other interview, but you took the silver win after we don't know what happened there right at the line, actually.
Oh, I think I lost you guys.
You there?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right. Well, Nico, congrats on the silver win after whatever the move was there at the very end between you and North Valley.
Yeah, I'll have to. I
Not-
mean, I'll have to give credit to North Valley. I think he had it there, but that was a fun last couple laps for sure.
Yeah, that was a great battle. You guys swapped spots. Well, I think 2 times on the last lap. It was very interesting to watch. I was on board with that whole little fight.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, I didn't think I had a shot when I came out 9 seconds behind him after my pit stop around 40 minutes. But yeah, happy to chase him down and follow Molyneux there for a while. And man, what a fun battle there at the end.
How did your tires end up feeling throughout the race? Any tire wear issues in the Mercedes here?
Oh, I was in the Ferrari, but I didn't notice
I
too
thought
much.
Mercedes,
Got
my
a little
bad.
bit slidey there. It seemed like the Mercedes boys were struggling a little bit. Shout out to Major. He was giving down low on his tire struggles there.
We could
But yeah,
definitely
it was fun. Thanks for having me on, guys. Yeah, it's been a great time. A couple seasons here in SRA. I'm having a blast.
And once again, though, really quick, once again, we get yet another person that had a paddock pass and then had a really good result. So, maybe some correlation to that.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the magic touch here. Just keep it going.
We have to do another paddock pass next week with some more
Yeah,
questions.
I mean,
for
I'm
you.
open for a paddock pass next week too. So
connecting
Well,
dots.
Nika, you had a great race today.
yeah, appreciate it, guys.
You have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Yep.
All right. Let's
Brian
try
back,
again with
so let's
Brian.
Try again here. Brian, hello.
Hello.
There we go. So you took the overall win tonight and the win for gold. I know that at the start there you ended up losing P1 to Max in the opening lap, but then you stormed back and took it and then ran away with the race. How was everything for you tonight?
Yeah, overall pretty good. Like you said, lost the lead at the beginning and had a pretty good battle with Simmons there for the first 15 minutes or so. But overall felt pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it was a. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you have any issues with the tires tonight? I know that last night a lot of drivers were struggling with tire wear here.
Yeah, if that lasts like 15 minutes maybe, you could feel them going off a little bit, but tried to drive pretty steady the whole race so that it wasn't too bad.
Brian, was the turning point for you for the race when you eventually got past P1 there? Because you were able to really open it up. It looks like you pulled out about a 6-second gap over what felt like only 5 or 6 laps. So that was very impressive when you did that.
Yeah, I saw Doug pit early, so I was worried about him doing an undercut the whole time. So I wanted to get a gap there as soon as I could, and then kind of hold it. But yeah, I'd say that was a good turning point for sure.
Well, do you have anything to? Oh, go ahead.
were you feeling it tonight though? Because we saw you had a heater of a qualifying lap. I think it was in the 57s.
Was it 57s? I thought it was low 58s, but yeah,
If
felt
it wasn't
really good.
57,
I think my
I
best in practice was like a 58.3. So
I believe if it wasn't 57s, it was 58.009, which basically 57.
Yeah.
So, but that was a very impressive lap. We saw that pop up like, well, this is going to be a hard one to beat. It was like Enrique last week. All of a sudden, just like, wow, that's a lot. Oh, the Twitch people pulled the wrong person.
Happens.
But yeah, you had a great race tonight, Brian. That was really dominant showing. Do you have any last words to say to the people watching at home?
Nothing major. Thanks, guys, for all you do putting this on, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you again, Brian. And congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right. We did not get anything from North Valley, our Rubber Chicken Award winner. So that means it goes to our runner-up Rubber Chicken Award, which is Jared Suckham. Let me pull him up here. So, congratulations on the Rubber Chicken Award, Jared. You get it by default because North Valley didn't ever respond.
Yay, it's like the first thing I've won all season, so I'll take it.
It's
And
also
hey,
the
it's
best
always
thing
an
to win.
honor.
It's the best thing to
Exactly.
see in the win.
No one cares about P1. It's all about the Rubber Chicken Award.
Nice.
So you didn't have two. Okay, I don't want to word this really the
It
way
was
I'm
boring.
going with it.
You can say it's boring. It was very boring.
You didn't have the most interesting race, but you did seem to do a really good result. You were up at the top most of the time, finished P5. Everything just seemed to be working for you.
Yeah, I dumped the setup that I had been working on over the weekend last night and actually found probably 4/10 and just kind of took it easy. I knew I wasn't going to keep up with the 4 guys in front of me, and I didn't, and wanted to see what I could do with the guys behind me. And then Carball got the drive-through and kind of took the steam out of that battle. And yeah, it was really kind of a 60 minutes of a group 3 seconds in front of me and a group 3 seconds behind me, and I was just kind of doing my thing. But after it's been a pretty rough season for me. A couple DNFs. I was out of town for Imola, and so it was nice to be able to let Doug take the backpack off for a night and for me to actually contribute something, so I'll take it.
Definitely with both
Well,
of you
it
finishing
definitely
up
feels
so
good,
high.
doesn't it?
Definitely brought home some good points for the team. I know it is a tight battle between you and the Planet Express team, so see how that turns out after tonight, and then looks like.
Yep, we're.
Because I believe you guys. Sorry, go ahead.
He seemed pretty confident that we've got it, if not locked up, but pretty close to it, especially with the turnouts that we've been having the last couple of weeks because summer. But yeah, we'll have to see where all the numbers plan out.
Well, you never know. Valencia, new track, hot commodity right now. ACC World. If anybody's gonna jump on that.
Yeah, it's a fun track. I've driven it in another league that I'm in already, and it's easy
You're
to
cheating
follow.
on SRA?
I am. You guys are the, how did they put it? You're the new wife that I haven't told my old family about yet.
Oh,
but
boy.
it's a fun track to race on. It'll be a good time.
Looking forward to it. Do you have any closing remarks for all the fans out there?
Other than about your other family.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Juggling fans.
Oh no! Oh no!
Did I just demonetize the stream? I'm so sorry.
Definitely.
No, I probably did earlier. Don't
No,
worry.
you did a long time ago. When you watch the stream back tomorrow, you'll see how Austin got himself canceled.
Yeah,
Right.
I might not have a job after tonight.
Yeah, no. Next week is just gonna be me solo.
I'll have to run it back tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know what I think.
Okay.
All right, Jared. Well, congrats on the Rubber Chicken Award, and we hope to see you up here next week. Maybe with a team championship win. Who knows?
Sounds good, guys. I'll see you next week. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, what a wonderful night. We saw myself have hot take after hot take get canceled. Great race from all the drivers, and see what John has to think too.
I could have done without the amount of hot takes, but definitely seemed to be very interesting for the people in the chat with us. That's for sure. And yeah, it was a good race. One of the more tame races in D3, but once again, you guys put on all the fun for us. We just add a little bit of spice on the top, which is why I get so nicely called Salt Bay by Austin. But yeah, it was a great race tonight. Where I'm looking forward to the season finale next week.
Season finale is going to be spicy at the top here. But yeah,
Oh, it
I
will
am
be.
definitely looking forward to seeing that race again. Valencia, new track in ACC, new for us this season. So it'll be the first time we really get to see any action through any of our team series and or endurance, which we do have coming up. We do have the 9 hours of Valencia coming up. So definitely take a good hard look at that. See if you want to do that. If that's
At the moment, and oh, here we go. I'll add in something fun. If we get, let's see, what can I do to do this? I'll put it in the D3 chat. If it gets like, let's go with 20 hearts or thumbs up, I will do the 9 hours of Valencia solo.
I'll heart it like 4 times just for you.
No, it doesn't count.
But anyways, want to thank everybody that has been a part of this, all the drivers, admin team, especially Jason Allen for calling me out tonight.
Always a fun one.
Stewards, all the fans, everybody making this a great experience. So, on that note, thank you. We'll see you next week.
Peace out,
Valencia Circuit.
SRA!